Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Garcella Robinson. This is my little part of the world where I talk about books, anything happening in the book community, and of course whatever I want, because this is my channel. So today I'm going to be going over everything that I read in the month of October, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my TBR prompt jar literally set me up for success. Okay, I just want to get that over now, because this month has been so good. This month hasn't been so good. So let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. In the month of October, I read 14 books. I DNF one book. The pages that I read was 3,954, and my average rating for this month was a 4.25. Yeah. I know that's as high. That's literally so high. I was so surprised when I looked to see that I literally had a 4.25 overall rating. This month was spectacular. Okay, this month was spectacular. So let's go ahead and get into all the books that I read for the month of October. The first book that I read for the month of October was Knocked Up by a Silver Fox. I rated this 4 stars. Then I read Surprise Quadruplets for the Billionaire. I rated this 3 stars. Then I read Trapped in You. I rated this 4 stars. Next, I watched Space Vampire. I read Space Vampire. I rated this 5 stars. Then I read My Boyfriends Are All Monsters. I rated this 4 stars. The next book that I read was Blood Sion. I rated this 2 stars. After that, I read Hot Fur Slayer. I rated this 5 stars. Then I read The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. I rated this 4 stars. Next, I read Spy X Family Volume 9, Dan Da Dan Volume 4, and Gotcha Kuda Volume 1. And I rated all of these 5 stars. Okay, are we even surprised? No, we're not. These were all 5 stars for me. After that, I read Blood Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon. I rated this 4 stars. The second to last book I read was The Near Witch. I rated this 5 stars. The next book that I read was All the Sinners Bleed. I rated this 5 stars. And of course, this has to get a mention. The book that I read 86 pages of this, and I didn't rate this at all. This was a DNF for this month for me. Now let's go ahead and get into our surprises. So the first surprise that I want to mention of this month was The Near Witch. I'm not gonna lie, this book surprised me so much. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. Okay, this was such a spin on the whole entire Salem trials, witch trials, and everything, because witches are the main plot of the story, and it did not go the way that I expected. This book literally had me on the edge of my seat the whole entire time. Like, oh my god, it was just so good. And especially because I read this for my 24-hour readathon, and this was like the ending, the last book that I ended up getting to. And I'm not gonna lie, like, this was so perfect for me, because even though I didn't get to finish, I literally adored continuing on this book for that Monday, going into that Monday, that Sunday, whatever. I was just so happy to continue it. Okay, like, it did not make me want to put a pause on it, nothing. I literally could not help but pick this book back up. Like, V Schwab, she did her thing, and I definitely would recommend picking this up. The next surprise that I had, of course, is my DNF. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I really expected to like this. I ended up giving like a whole entire rant, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. Especially, I did the whole rant on my 24-hour readathon, because this is one of the books that I ended up choosing for that TBR. And I don't know, I just was expecting to like this so much. Like, I hated that this book wasn't for me, especially because I love to be able to give Black authors their own spotlight, especially when picking up their books, and, you know, giving them the same attention that I would give for other authors who get their books pushed more. So I was just so happy to pick this up. I really love the cover art and everything. I feel like this would have been such a great read if it was for me, but I just do not do them sleeping with somebody else. I'm sorry. It's not my cup of tea. That's exactly why I didn't rate it. I feel like it would have been very biased of me, and I'm not that type of person, okay? I don't want to put down nobody book just because it wasn't fitting what is it called? It wasn't fitting a trope that I don't like, okay? So I feel like that would have been very unfair because the writing was pulling my attention. It's just that I kind of felt like something was going, I felt like it wasn't going the way that my romance books usually go, okay? I love the whole good happy go lucky everything, nothing going wrong. I love a good HEA, okay? Maybe they probably end up together, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure because I did not finish this. So if you want to pick this up and this is your type of book, I definitely would recommend picking up because the writing was done beautifully. Like, it really was pulling my attention. It's just something was giving off like, oh, this is not the type of book you read, okay? So yeah, this was a surprise, not a good surprise for me. And my last surprise of the evening is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. I really love this book. I feel like what I loved about it and why it was such a surprise for me, because I knew I was gonna like it, okay? That was point blank period. I knew I was gonna like this. What surprised me is how the author wrote the book, okay? I have not experienced a book like this where there was literally like 3 stories being told, because you have the writer who wrote this book is writing another author who's writing that book, and then inside of that book they're writing pretty much them experiencing what the author is writing for them. Like, it was just so something I have never seen before and something that was done so well. I love that we were getting the side notes of the characters putting in their own 2 cents on how they were writing their own story. Like, it makes you fall in love with the characters even more. And I would love to see more authors do something new, something unique. And that's exactly what she gave me. And I'm just so happy for it, especially being able to give this a 4-star and it ending the way that it did. And also having 2 other books that I could continue on with and hopefully fall in love with those 2 and continue to fall in love with these characters, because I feel like they have so much in store for the readers, and the author has so much more potential that she can continue on giving to us readers, okay? This was such a good book and I definitely would recommend 100%. Definitely would recommend. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into my least favorite. I hate doing these. I hate having a least favorite of the month because I hate bashing authors, okay? I feel like I love that they're able to give us stories and everything, but it must be done, okay? It must be done. So let's go ahead and get into it. My least favorite of the month has to be Blood Sion. I know. Don't bash me in the comments, okay? It literally took me so long to even get into the book, okay? It took me so long to get into the book. I just was not liking it at all. I feel like the story was jumping around. There was too many plot holes. And lastly, this might be a spoiler, but there was I'm not even gonna say the names. There was just a romance that happened into it, and with this dealing with children soldiers, I felt like that was just a little too much, okay? I felt like it was a little too much, because ain't no way that I'm going through the stuff that I'm doing and I'm falling in love with somebody, okay? That's just not gonna happen, all right? Like, I feel like this is exactly why I went into a whole rant about some books not needing romances, and this was literally one of them. Like, I feel like the romance didn't add nothing to the story at all, okay? It added nothing to the story. Like, I feel like that everything that happened literally could have happened without it, okay? Or they could have found somebody else to end up doing the whole entire, the downfall or whatever of the main character. Like, I just feel like just something else could have been put in place, and I feel like it kind of reached towards that laziness of wanting to pull people in by a romance that nobody asked for. Literally nobody asked for it, and it didn't add nothing to the story. And don't even get me started on the main character. So the author pretty much puts it in a way where they have to do hard things to end up doing. Pretty much they have to make hard decisions because of the world that they're in, all right? But I feel like making hard decisions is different for being a shitty person, and I feel like the author made the main character such a shitty person, like, and she was just making friends and stuff like that and just effing people over left and right and making excuses on why she's effing them over, or people sitting there kind of like catering to her and like trying to make her not feel as guilty. Like, they should have made that little girl felt guilty because she was wrong on so many levels. Like, she was wrong on so many levels, and she just kept leaving people in the dust. Like, I did not like this character at all. Just everything, literally everything, okay? Like, I feel like the only reason why I gave it 2 stars in the first place was because I got where the author was trying to go, okay? I got where the author was trying to go. I really fell in love with the first beginning of the story, but I feel like just because the beginning is good and the ending is trash doesn't give it the right to be a good book. But I don't feel like it's bad enough for 1 star. I just feel like just 2 is enough, okay? This was still my least favorite book, okay? I feel like this might be my least favorite book of the year, and that's only because I had so much anticipation for this book, and it literally let me down. Like, this author let me down. I was so happy to be able to get the next book in the series for next year, and now I can't even add the next book of this series on my anticipated. Like, I have to scrap the whole entire book. Like, look at this cover. Look at this cover. Waste of a cover. Don't even get me started, okay? Let me take a breather, all right? It ain't that serious. It ain't ever that serious. But still, like, girl, come on now. You knew you could have did better than this, bruh. Stop going for clickbaits and just write a good story. Like, we didn't need no romance. We didn't need no romance. Yes, this was my least favorite. So now we're going to go ahead into my favorites of this month. And the first one that I want to mention is not even a surprise, and that has to be Gachakuda. Like, I feel like the way that this has went on, and even the art style, I feel like also too, one thing that I'll give the like pretty much the author or the people who end up advertising these books is the more spaced out of the manga. Like, I feel like a lot of mangas should be this big because it gives them so much room to be able to put more art, and it was just done so beautifully. I feel like even with the character, like the main character, it pretty much starts off with him pretty much going through trash and saying like anything it can pretty much get taken out of trash, and him wearing these big gloves and getting bullied and stuff, and how he lost his dad and how they're bullying him about losing his dad, okay? And then a situation ended up happening where he ended up getting pushed off this kind of like this floating piece of land pretty much into a trash land where the people that were on that island were throwing trash at because he was framed for murder. Now, I'm not gonna lie, even the art was beautiful, the story was beautiful. Starting off, the story was beautiful too, and I feel like this is really gonna be a good anime, and I'm already picking the second one for my next TBR, okay? Like, I even had to look up on Google to see if it was the dystopian because I really wanted to choose the second book, and I'm happy that it is. So I'll be able to have that on my TBR. Like, it was perfect for me, okay? I might even fly through it, and hopefully I could jump right on the bandwagon of watching the anime and letting you guys know how much I like the anime, because just from the manga, listen, your girl already in love, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to give it to my siblings. They was right about this one. So far. They was right about this one. The next book that was a favorite of mine for this month has to be Space Vampire by Ruby Dixon. I'm not gonna lie, my girl eats every time, okay? I love alien romance books by her. She always do such a good job. She always makes me fall in love with the character, no matter how short the pages are, okay? No matter how short the pages are. And she has one coming out soon. And guys, I literally cannot wait, because anything she end up putting out, I'm gonna read. Like, she does the best best alien romances by far, okay? Best alien romances by far. If you have not read a book by her, you definitely need to pick some up, because she gonna give you a good one. Even if it's a short story, she gonna give you a good one. But this was the best one out of the series to me. All of the whole entire thing dropped. It have like Kimberly Lemons in it, Allie Hazelwood, and some other authors that I don't read, but those 3 was definitely good. But by far, she definitely ate with this one, okay? Last book that I got to mention, somebody I literally have been sleeping on. I have been literally sleeping on this author, and I'm so happy that I decided to start with this book from him, and I'm definitely planning on going to the bookstore and buying the rest of his books, okay? Because this man right here, S.A. Cosby, he know how to write a good book, all right? He know how to write a good book. Literally, I flew through this book in literally 2 days, okay? I would have finished it earlier if I didn't have schoolwork to get through, but I'm telling you, this was so good, so good. I loved everything about this whole entire book. I loved the length that it took, the research that he had to do to get this done, and even the kind of like racial problematic situations that happen in small town areas, and he definitely highlighted it in such a great way, okay? I fell in love with the main character. There was just so much going on. I feel like even the first like 3 pages, we already starting off with a school shooting, okay? And he like the way he just plays the story, the way he just grasps these characters, like, oh my goodness, just just beautiful. Okay, I definitely plan on picking more books up from him, and I hope you guys do too. This was such a great mystery, and definitely my most favorite of this month. All right, I definitely have to give it to All the Sinners Bleed. And it matched because I ended up finishing it literally on the 31st, so Halloween, and I felt like, guys, this was the perfect book for Halloween too. Like I said, my October TBR set me up for success. Definitely set me up for success. So guys, that's my whole entire wrap up for this month. Let me know in the comments what you guys read in the month of October. If you were getting some good reads too, because this month was like very, very good for me. And I'm not gonna lie, November is looking a little, yeah, a little different, but for this month it definitely was a great month, and I'm so happy to be able to get new authors, find some new books that I really love, and you know, just find any reason to buy some more books. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if I did have not said it, because I want you guys to be able to participate, don't forget to go and look at that post if you want to have the chance of winning a $50 Barnes & Noble gift card. It's open for everybody, and just to be able to get caught up so you know what to be prepared for, to be able to win those $50. Okay, guys, this is literally for all my subscribers and everyone who love to watch my videos. Okay, this is literally for you, because of you that I end up getting to 500 subscribers in the first place, and I want to show my appreciation, but I need people to be able to be there to get appreciated. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you on the next one.